Welcome back, everyone. It's Monday night, 7 p.m. EST, which means we're going on another mega mission, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to be playing the most celebrated Mega Man X game of all time for reasons that I kind of understand but also don't agree with anymore. Mega Man X4 for the PlayStation. Now, we're playing it off the Mega Man X Legacy Collection on Steam, mostly because I'm lazy and don't feel like setting up things for anything other than Steam, which makes things a lot very streamlined and easy to work with on a stream. But it was released in 1997 on the PlayStation and later in 1998 on PC. It was originally slated to be released for the Sega Saturn exclusively. Now, that was really good because the Sega Saturn needed a lot of exclusivity because it was a great console. It just didn't have the right kind of games going to keep it alive. And in any case, I'm your host, Grencye. In any case happens to be my catchphrase, apparently. I'm learning. It's nice to have everyone back again. Welcome, welcome, family, friends, and everybody else, navigators, operators, and spotters. Today, we're going to do Mega Man X4 with X. Now let's see. It's been far too long since I was last here. Time to reactivate CYB001. Intro Man is back, ladies and gentlemen! Intro Man has been missing in action, mostly because of personal endeavors, but welcome him back, because he is one of our best navigators. Time for the best game ever. Megas, that's your opinion, sir. Hi, Grencye. Supernova, thanks for coming by. Hey, CK, thanks for dropping by. Clamsian in the house, another navigator that's been a little bit busy lately, and I've been missing him as well. If this was a Sega Saturn exclusive, it would have tanked. It's true. Now, the problem, I completely agree. I think exclusivity is bad for IPs. Exclusivity is really, really, really bad for IPs. Having your product available to more people is always going to be better. 1 second. Now, this is Mega Man X4 for the place. No, the disc. Don't worry, I got it. This is not a really difficult game to come by. This is the cover art, the back cover art, and here's the disc. They put in a lot of love. They didn't originally want... After Mega Man X3, they literally had no plans for another Mega Man X installment until there was going to be new hardware available to do so. So they wanted to make sure the next Mega Man X installment was on new hardware, and when the PlayStation came out, that's when they decided, let's get to it. And we got Mega Man X4. Yeah, I'm doing summer college classes, been a little busy. Dude, it's okay, you're doing your life. Let's take a quick peek at the instruction manual. We got lovely little art in there with our boy X. Just a bunch of stuff telling you how to play a game because, God forbid, you know how to push buttons. Oh, we got some more art of X, but it's watermarked, so it's not going to show up on the camera. But let's see if there's anything. They tell you about the armor capsules in here. Yo, Uber Famicom! That's the first time I've seen this person. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoy today's episode. We're going to be doing Mega Man X4. We're looking at the instruction manual right now. They tell you about the ride armor. They call it robot ride armor. Zero's learning system. We got some art in here about our different characters. But, ooh, okay, hold up. Cool. There's some little bios in here that tell you a little bit more than what the Maverick Hunter Field Guide says, which is interesting. So I'm going to keep this open. Speaking of the Maverick Hunter Field Guide, we're going to be going back to the Maverick Hunter Field Guide for the X run. Now, when we go back in for the Zero run, we are most likely going to be skipping the Maverick Hunter Field Guide excerpts, unless there's something additional to read for Zero's side of the story. So, that's that. Yeah, I'm doing some... Alright. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Hooper Famicom. How's it going? How'd you hear about the channel? What brings you here today? What are some of your favorite games? What are some of my favorite games? Well, I've got a lot of favorite games. I've got Mega Man as one of my favorite franchises, which is what Mega Mondays is all about. I've got Final Fantasy, as you can see back there, as one of my favorites as well. Dot Hack, God of War, Resident Evil, the list goes on. We can talk about a whole lot of things. I've got literally a tower of games on queue that's about 5 to 6 feet tall. Let's see. One thing that is really popular about Mega Man X4 is the cutscenes, the FMVs. They're anime cutscenes, just like we saw in Mega Man 8. And apparently the cutscenes in this one were done by IG Port. What brings me in, I just love this game. I speedrun it. Nice! I used to play this game every day. when I was a kid. Let's see how it holds up in my memory. That the voice acting in this was apparently a very big challenge, as well as were the many backgrounds that the artist had to create for the different stages, the different sprites for the different characters, the fact that X will look different depending on which parts you got. These were all little challenges that the development team had to deal with, and which challenged them to create what we have today. Now, a lot of people very aware of the bad voice acting of the Mega Man 8, Mega Man X4, and if you guys remember Mega Man 8's voice acting, oh boy, that was, honestly and personally, that was worse than X4. But there's one really bad line at the beginning in X4's storyline for Zero, which I'm assuming is Dr. Kane on the loudspeaker, but we'll see about that. And there we go. Originally released 97, 98. All right, so I don't really want to spend too much time on the preamble of this game. I want to get right into it because it's going to be a while. I'm expecting this to take 4 episodes to get through the entirety of X4, but we'll see. The last thing I'd like to say is the composer for the X4 game and its music is... Where is the name? Toshihiko Horiyama. Now, a lot of people like X4's music. I think it's good. I think it has some really nice songs, but I think for the most part, there are better X songs. Are you going to use cheat codes for Ultimate Armor X or not? Absolutely not. We're going to do this the hard way first. Colonel Shadow Edge says best X music. You're wrong, but that's okay. You can be wrong. He's wrong about a lot of things. If anybody's new here, Colonel Shadow Edge is our resident crazy person. That's all I gotta say about him. My Fall 4 was lacking in music. See? There goes a man with sense. Or woman with sense. Or Maverick with sense. Or Reploid with sense. Whatever you are. Alright. And the artists. And honestly, the art Mega Man X4 is my favorite art. We got Intro Man spitting out his intro, so we're gonna read that in a minute. But the art for Mega Man X4 is my favorite art in the entire franchise. So... I mean, Zero Series has some really good art, but I still like X4 the best. B Stage, though, not bad. B Stage is pretty good. So the artists for this game are Masako Honmo. Yeah, that's Honmo. I didn't put Horimo. It's Honmo. And Haruki Suitsugu. Haruki Suitsugu, I think, is a repeat artist, so that's nice. Last mention. Inafune was not an artist in this game. He spent more time on the story and the producer. So... He wanted the story to be dark. He wanted the main antagonist to be ambiguous, not straight up evil like Sigma. And he wanted everybody to have a moral gray line as to what's going on in the world. So I honestly think it worked really well. And I think that that's a good flavor for the X series in general. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it came out. I've got a mess here with all the little notes that I've got for this game. This game is huge. This is the biggest game I've done for the Mega Mondays so far. So we'll get into that. Anyway, also the 200 thing is actually relevant to Sigma since Sigma's symbol means 200 in Greek numerals. Is it? I thought that just meant like the E sound. I thought it's a letter. It's not a number. I don't know Greek, so I could be wrong. But whatever. Intro Man! Let's read what he has to say for us today. Within the still restless year of 21XX, it is very restless. There's so much that's been going on, man. A new force joins the Maverick defense, the Repliforce. All seems to be correct until one day the city of Sky Lagoon is besieged by a new barrage of Mavericks that await us. Thus, the time has come to take action as the mighty Reploid Rectifier X, the new enemy general, is intent on creating a Reploid-only world, but if we know it correctly, there is a darker plan at play. One that may prove to be 200% stronger than before. Welcome to Mega Man X4! Do you guys prefer X or Zero for this game? Personally, I like to shred things as Zero. That's me, I'm not really a gunner type, but we're gonna open up with X because it's his game. So, we're gonna get in there. So, we've done enough preamble, we've wasted enough time. Let's get into the nitty gritty and get right to it. Okay, hold on, let's just, I wanted to pause that so that way it starts at just the right time. Because I got really lucky with the timing there. Alright, pause that, let's get my music on. And let's get the visuals up. Base is a gunner. But yeah, but in the classic series, they only had gunners. There were no blade users, except for Swordman. He doesn't count. Even Cutman threw his stuff. Everything was ranged, except for Topman. Well, Topman threw stuff. Topman threw tops. So yeah, you can't use base. All right, base is not a good example. Anyway, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On with the business. Got an opening cutscene right away. Honestly, this song is killer. Well, the opening part, I just realized where it goes. Vile doesn't use melee weapons. Vile uses a whole bunch of projectiles. I enjoy both, but Zero is the one. Yes! Repliforce! Now, Repliforce, you know, let's just enjoy this for a second. We got our boy Devil there. We got the celebrated Iris and Colonel. I love that little tut-tut-tut-tut. And that little quick scene skip stuff right there, they showed you so much. I love the art, dude. I love the art. I don't remember it being so dark, though. I feel like that's part of the port being not so good. Well, that's because it's the only cutscene, intro cutscene that exists, really. X5 had a pretty good killer song, though. Or was that X6? I don't remember. One of them had a real... No, they both had killer songs. X5 and X6 had both killer intros, but they were just stills. They were not animations. This is an animation. I really don't understand why they stepped away from animations. X3 is really good also, the PS1 version. We played that on stream, so if you'd like to see that, you can check back on one of the previous episodes on my YouTube channel. Now, let's see, options. See if there's anything that I need to fix here. Button config. No, that's all good. We're good here. Stereo. Yep, let's rock. So, X4 was the first of the X series to introduce the ability to select between different characters. Now, I know that we just played Extreme 2 where we got to choose that, but Extreme 2 was released after X4. Chronologically, though, Extreme 2 took place between X3 and X4, and that's the reason we played it before X4. My homie just took world record for X3. That is hardcore. Congratulations to your homie. We're gonna open up the game with X, and we're gonna get an intro cutscene. Later, clams.
It's about the Maverick Hunters, General. They are far too eager to please the humans and continue to hunt down the Reploids. Do you believe they pose a significant threat?
Perhaps.
You already know the truth, General. Their sole mission is
No, I don't
to
think the voices are that
destroy any
bad.
Reploids who
Not here,
fail to
anyway.
do as the humans order. It's in your best interest to stop them now, before they turn on you. You possess enough power to destroy them!
I wonder who that is with the things on his face. You are dismissed. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I will not betray the humans.
Yeah, General.
From my sight.
Remove yourself from my sight.
Very well, but you will change your
Oh, welcome
mind
back, clams.
soon, I assure you.
So, that is General. He is the General of the Repliforce. Just to tap on what the Repliforce is, drag your story out. Just to tap on what the Repliforce is, we have mentioned it before when we were introduced to Iris in Extreme 2, but the Repliforce is an army of Reploids that was created in response to the uprising of the Doppeltown incident. An entire town of, or city, was it a city? I think it was almost up to us, and a city, state, whatever. But Doppeltown, as a whole, went maverick. It was a tremendous uprising, and it terrified humanity. So their answer to that, so that it could never ever happen again, was to create an army of Reploids to put down any insurrection of that kind in the future ever again. So here we have the Repliforce. And in Extreme 2, yes, it was Extreme 2, I don't remember. Yeah, Extreme 1 was MIDI. In Extreme 2, we got to work with the Iris as a liaison between the Repliforce and the Maverick Hunters, which the Maverick Hunters act as police officers. Remove yourself from my sight. Very Shadow the Hedgehog of Ugrin. Sky Lagoon was a city in the sky. Sky Lagoon is a city in the sky currently. Man, you know your stuff. Respect. It's essentially a Reploid military, a much larger force than the Maverick Hunters. Correct. Hunter HQ. Mavericks have been found at point 5567. I have no idea what voice to give this, so I'm just giving it a weird... The Mavericks occupied the Sky Lagoon. You know what? Random navigator voice. There we go. Lagoon using the most advanced weapons available. The army appears to be the Repliforce. Roger that. I'm on my way now. Let's go, X. No wasting time. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. Is this the fan-friendly scene? You guys, I mean, if you guys are cursing in there, I'm not going to restrict that. I verbally will not be reading it. That's all. I do try to make this, like, available for the younger audience because Mega Man generally was for younger audiences. Okay, so we've got a regular shot, mid-charge, full charge, a dash, and as you guys can see, oh, the background effects. That's cool. As you can see, they've introduced an after image, so that's cool. I'm going to play with the claw. I'm not going to turn the dash into my right trigger because I'm used to this at this point. We've got some Repliforce Mavericks. Well, we're going to call them Mavericks right now because they're opposing us. This place is under attack. That I tried the air dash. That dragon is a menace. Granted, family-friendly chat really is. This is honestly the truth. This song is one of the better songs in the entire game. Bring it, you silly dragon. I forgot the name of this dragon. Clamsian, give us a name. Ugh. Okay, he's getting me. Ugh. All right, I'm playing around too much. Let's get serious. Oh, he ran away. Oh, there he is. All right, I don't remember that. It's Eregion. There we go. Thanks for the re-up. I'll be more careful. Oh, there's still no crouching! That technology is too advanced! I'm still trying to crouch and stuff. Ah, Magma Dragoon! You're Dragoon from the 14th unit!
This isn't good, X. That Maverick just destroyed the power reactor.
What? Then the Sky Lagoon will come crashing into the ground!
It's too late, X. It's time I made my escape. I suggest you do the same. Don't do anything reckless on the way out, okay?
So, Magma Dragoon is a Maverick Hunter of the 14th unit. The city below will soon become a sea of flames. Many people will perish. I have no choice but to escape from here and head to the city below. It's Akuma. Essentially, it's Akuma. He's even got the prayer beads. Magma Dragoon is a walking Street Fighter reference. Yes, he is. Wow. The city has been completely destroyed. They were innocent people. I won't forget this. You're right. All right, let's get into it. So those look like hands from Eregion. I don't know how to pronounce that dragon's name. So I feel like he can just like leave them around as like weapons and stuff. Now Eregion has the Repliforce symbol on his chest. So because of that, everyone assumes that this is a Repliforce attack. I'm afraid of going forward. I don't remember if that falls or not. There's literally an X-Dive sticker of him doing the Akuma pose. Nice. I'm out. Yeah. I keep trying to do an air dash that I do not have. Let's go down. I wanted the goodies. Warning. Warning. I forgot. Don't let go of the charge shot. Alright, so I could have actually destroyed, like, not destroyed him, but sent him away earlier. I just forgot how he fights, that's all. But this is supposed to be really... I'll never get this tired of this game. Listen, what I love about X intro stages, Mega Man intro stages, which is why I don't understand they're not, like, in every single game. And 11 offended... I don't know how I was supposed to dodge that. Was I supposed to dash under him? 11 offended me because it didn't have an intro stage. But the intro bosses are always, like, gigantic, terrifying monstrosities to demonstrate the terror that you're dealing with and the power that you have. X, you're a strong boy. Despite not being my favorite X game, X4 is my personal comfort game. X4 is a good game. I'm not going to deny that, but it's not perfect. Who are you?
I am the Colonel of the Repliforce.
Has the Repliforce been occupying this area?
What are you talking about? I only came to save my sister. The army responsible for all the violence in this region is not the Repliforce.
Same, my favorite X game is X1, but X4 comes really close. Nevertheless, I want you to disarm and follow me back to HQ.
Never. You're asking my soldiers to drop their weapons? The only time we drop our weapons is when we aren't able to fight any longer.
But you'll be regarded as a maverick and treated as such.
Do as you will. The Repliforce would sooner fight and die than discard our weapon,
than discard our pride. X2 is my favorite X game, but I'm not always in the mood for it.
Consider us mavericks if this is what you wish.
Wait! Calm down, Colonel! X2 is awesome. I played it casually for the first time in years. It was so much fun. X2 is a great game. What the? Something's got to give! Otherwise, the entire Repliforce will be considered to be mavericks! Let's save, let's save, let's save! Oh, we got so many save files on the... Wow, that's great. There was only 3 save files in the original incarnation of the game. And the whole game happens because Repliforce is a bunch of prideful a-holes.
Brave soldiers of Repliforce.
Ah, the speech.
Wrongfully judged as mavericks by the humans. We cannot suffer this indignity and live in disgrace. We will build our own nation of Reploids. But remember, this is neither about insurrection nor rebellion against our human creators. This is about our liberty and security. We must battle for our own individual rights and our own survival. Together we will build
Uber's not
our
wrong.
nation, a sanctuary for all Reploids, our own utopia. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Repliforce.
I too share the general sentiment. Take heed, we have no other choice. Let us fight valiantly, with courage and pride, without fear, for we are the Repliforce. The most powerful army in history!
The General has finally taken action. And now, my Maverick Hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
Me too, Clamsian. I know the speech like how schools make you memorize the Gettysburg Address. Now, you guys have noticed something that I might not have done any of the Maverick Hunter field guide introductions yet, but that's because we're going to be able to see these characters later on, and that's going to be more relevant to reading the entry. For now, I'll give you guys a little bit of an introduction to our boy Double. Who are you? Call me Double. I'm the Rookie Hunter. Now we got Double on screen, and I believe there's a short entry for Double in the Maverick Hunter field guide. The X4 instruction manual actually says a little bit more, so we'll read from the X4 instruction manual as soon as I find Double. Alright. Double... Where is it? Double... Okay. You know what? It's just not even worth reading this from this one, so we're gonna go straight to the the X4 instruction manual entry on Double. Now, Double. Dr. Kane's latest creation supports Mega Man X and Zero in many ways, yet this prototype requires many treatments and must be refined. While his prime directive is to assist the Maverick Hunters, it seems Double's top priority is to be careless and zealous. So he's a little bit of a clumsy dope. He's a navigator, actually. That's what it said in the Maverick Hunter field guide that I meant to mention that. So he was created by Dr. Kane as a navigator for the Hunters, and he's a newbie. Call me Double, the Rookie Hunter. My liege. I never even remember him calling X my liege. What a dumb way to talk to X. Whatever. My liege, I don't know if the Repliforce has begun its coup. I don't know what voice to give Double. I know he has a voice. It's pretty deep. Maybe I'll just give him my normal voice. I don't know. Wait! Colonel, you're jumping to conclusions here. Sir, you've been given the order to scramble. Right, I'm leaving right now. Wait, Kane made Double I don't know, man! That's what the book says! Jungle. Infiltrate enemy-occupied jungle and destroy the weapon under construction. Cyberspace. A bug has corrupted the network. Dive into cyberspace and exterminate it. Air Force. The Repliforce ship has taken off. Pursue and blast it out of the air. That's pretty dope. Volcano. Dragoon of the 14th Unit is a traitor. Oh, they came out with it real early. So, he is a traitor, and we saw him at the Sky Lagoon, so what was he doing there? Locate and bring him back to Hunter HQ. Marine Base. Repliforce decimated the city and left. Pursue them aboard a land chaser. Biolaboratory. The abandoned lab is now operational. Investigate and destroy the lab. Military train. A military train is moving supplies. Cut off Repliforce's supply route. And finally, the snow base. We've discovered a hidden snow base. Halt production of their new weapon. All right. Now, I could totally take, I like double. Lightning Edge. Thank you for joining us, Lightning Edge. They like double. Good for you. Double's a nice dude so far, so that we've seen. Now, normally I'll take votes on where to go. If you guys feel strongly on sending me somewhere I don't agree with, I will take that vote. However, initially, I'm going to be choosing Web Spider and going through the classic route that I'm used to going through as a child. And since I didn't give you guys enough time, I'm just going to go right ahead. But you guys get to choose the next stage. Unless you don't, then I do. So figure it out. Let's go! Web Spider. He protects the secret weapon of the jungle. I love the narrator voice. I don't know why, I just love it. Ready! And nothing is more satisfying than doing this. And I cannot not do it. I do it every single time. Let's rock! Just a free fall jump. It's so much better when you get the double jump, though. It's just a good feeling. That's like the best way to start a stage off. Whoever designed that, to just get that jump off, is just, they did good. They did good. Now, you gotta love, they definitely took advantage of the new hardware on the PlayStation. Look at the background effects. Look at the design. Look at the foreground effects. The placement of enemies is a lot more, like, involved. We got our first capsule right here. The foot parts! Nothing is better than the foot parts. This battle should never have happened, X. Why must Reploids fight each other? Why do these peacekeepers persist in fighting each other? This must be some sort of mistake. X, enter this capsule. Equip with this to discover the truth. Equip with this boot module and jump twice in the air to hover. You can move either left or right and will remain airborne for a few moments. It is effective for negotiating through higher and more dangerous terrain. Stop this tragic war as soon as possible. X. Thanks, Dad. So I don't think you get an air dash in this game. I think you just get air hover, which is a lot more beneficial than you'd expect it to be. They don't give you a demonstration. That's something that they stopped. They used to do that in the previous games. You get a capsule, it shows you what it does. Oh, you do get an air dash. You do get an air dash. I'm very happy about that. Let's rock. My dad didn't tell me anything about having the air dash. He just assumed I would know. This light theme honestly beats all others. This light theme is pretty damn good. I mean, it definitely beats the heck out of X3's light theme, because that was an offense. That was an affront to mankind, I tell you. Oh, they're still here. Okay, I got beat up a little, but I'm okay. Dodge. One of the challenges I gave myself when I was younger was that I could only travel by doing dash jumps. You just think of crazy things when you're bored and have nothing else to do when you're a kid. Hurrah. Ate my charge shot. No, you got air dash and just no upward dash. That's fine. Upward dash is more of a pain in the butt than anything else. Yeah, man, look at the care that they put into the background. You get to see all these beautiful wide. The parallax effect, I think that's what that's called. They had that in previous games, but the amount of detail they put into this stage versus any of the other stages in the previous X games is just telling how much extra work they put into X4. And they were able to put that extra work into this game because of the new hardware. Web Spider. We're gonna have to do a revisit here. Can't reach. Bye. Alright, you guys are just mean. That's true. I wish I had a sub-tank. All these health packs are going to waste. Just habitually picking them up because I have no self-control. We're burning through this. Ah, stupid snake. I deserve that. Ah, I thought I cleared this thing. X4 is just such a beautiful game. It's a shame that X5 looks so cheap in comparison. It's a shame that every game that came after this was not as polished. And this game is not perfect. And some of the games that came after had some really good ideas and didn't get the polish it needed to be better. Anyway, we're at Between Ball Stores, so you know what time it is. It's time to put Web Spider on the screen and see what the Maverick Hunter Field Guide has to say about him. Now, Web starts with a W, which means he's probably going to be in the back of this book. T-U-V-W. W is after V. I thought it was before. All right, Web Spider. Alias is Web Spidus, also known as the Guerrilla Commander of the Jungle. Affiliation, Mavericks, Repliforce, formerly of the Maverick Hunters. What? Okay, so this dude used to be a Maverick Hunter and transferred over to the Repliforce, I guess. That's pretty dope. Weapon, Lightning Web. Known weaknesses, energy/type attacks, such as Twin Slasher and Shipuga. Originally a Maverick Hunter belonging to the Zeroth Special Unit. I could have told you that. He looks like Zeroth. He looks like one of the Zeroth units. Web Spider. Web Spider made a career change to join the Reploid Special Forces. Wow, that's what they're called. Of Repliforce, okay? As the guerrilla unit's commander. When the Great Repliforce War broke out, however, Web Spider remained loyal to his new colleagues as he guarded the Army's new beam cannon under construction in the jungle. When discovered by the hunters, Web Spider hid under the leaves of the surrounding foliage and dropped in for surprise attacks from an electrical tether web line generated from his abdomen. They put web in quotations. From there, he used his upper arms to launch lightning webs with limited homing capabilities that could temporarily immobilize anything they touched. As the battle raged on, Web Spider abandoned his initial strategy and deployed a large network of electrical webs, on which he moved around as he switched between lightning webs and his small spider attack, launching 4 smaller mechanical spider drones from his abdomen. With Web Spider defeated, X adapted the lightning web into his variable weapon system, enabling him to shoot his own electric webs that could also be used as temporary vertical platforms. Yeah, I remember that. When charged, a large web was fired from the X-Buster, from which 8 more webs spread out, which is honestly the most useless charge attack ever. The technique Zero learned, Raijingeki, allowed him to thrust the Z-Saber forward with an electrical blade. That's our Web Spider. Let's take him off the screen and off the scene, ladies and gentlemen. That cannon looks pretty familiar. Doesn't that ring a bell to you, Clamsian? We might see this thing again. Off topic, you will be covering all games in the main timeline through ZZX and into Legends, right? All the way to Legends. Legends is going to be the last series we play. We're going chronologically. Spider. Now, this is something that I wish that they kept throughout the entire game series as well, where they have conversations with the boss before engaging in battle.
You've labeled us all as Mavericks! I won't let you pass! Turn back now!
We used to be called. Well, you should say something to Zero. You used to work for Zero. Ah, my random voice guess actually sounds kind of like the voice that he's giving for that attack. Bring it, you loser! You are not a threat, sir. Oh, I got hit by his legs. I ran into his actual body. Oh, invincible. Bro. Ah. Got him. That stupid gun. Yeah. That stupid gun. We got him one and done, ladies and gentlemen. You got. I don't even need to say it anymore. The narrator says it for me. Lightning Web fires a spider net charged with electricity. Can be used to attack wall jump or double jump. See, now that's something I don't like about X4. They don't show you a preview of the weapon. That's not cool. I don't like that. 6 slots, man. Now, see, this is another thing I missed. The part system. There's no part system. There's no upgrade, nothing. Just, it's very clean, which is probably one of the reasons people like it. But I like the depth of other things, man. I like things to be more. Zero unit going bad. That's new. Listen, X's unit went bad too, Colonel Shadow Edge. So did other units. What unit was Launch Octopus part of, bro? I get to have a lot more fun when Zero and ZX happens because there's a lot of lore outside of the games that I can explain. Thank you, CK. Nice shot. Yeah, Clamsian's a big lore man. Slash Beast. I got a vote for Slash Beast. And he's not the one that is weak to a web spider. Somebody wants me to have a hard time. All right, we got one vote for Slash Beast. Web spider is usually the weakness to Cyber Peacock. So usually I hit Cyber Peacock next. But since we started the X series, we've been doing Mega Buster only runs, so let's see how that goes. We got a vote for Storm Owl. All right, we got these two boys on the route. I'm going by item route. Clamsian's going by item route, so now we've got a vote for... I feel like changing my vote from Cyber Peacock to Storm Owl because item route was appealing. Item route is very appealing. I don't like having to do double trips. So I guess 2 votes for Storm Owl, 1 vote for Slash Beast. I don't think we have anything else. Going once, going twice. Storm Owl. We will be using their weaknesses when we're doing the boss rush. He left with a space fortress to conquer the air. Storm Owl. So much focus on that L. You know what? I kind of understand because they probably use a Japanese voice actor to do the narrator, and Japan does not have L's. So that guy probably tried his whole life to put that L and make sure he said that L the right way. Look at the background. We're flying over a city. There's airships in the background. This is a battle in the sky. He's the weakness to Split Mushroom. He is the weakness to Split Mushroom, but he's also the weakness to... Doesn't Cyber Peacock have 2 weaknesses? Why did I destroy that? I could have just flown on it. Oh, right. We got us a new right armor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put that on the screen real quick. I think it's Control E. There we go. We have the Eagle. Let's take a look at with no entry on the armor. Yeah, the Shadow Edge almost, I forgot. We jumped into the armor. Here we go. We got the Eagle on screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ride Armor Eagle. The other Repliforce developed Ride Armor because in the book, the Ride-In, which we haven't gotten to see yet, was put in first. So there's 2 Repliforce created Ride Armors. This is the second one, the Eagle. Developed Ride Armor possessed rear-mounted hover jets, which allowed it to remain airborne indefinitely. You can see that I'm still floating and my hands are free. While it wasn't capable of gaining altitude on its own, using the armor's normal jump abilities to take flight, it remained steady for as long as there was no interference from the pilot or outside forces, and it could propel itself forward with an air dash maneuver. The left arm of the Eagle was equipped with a large energy cannon that could be charged up to fire a trio of harming shots. There you go. Very short and sweet. Probably once we have 4 pieces. Now, this is great because I can just... If you're on the ground and you have the charge shot, you can't move forward. Just turn left and right. But if you're in the air, you can move left and right indefinitely, and I can just fire off as much as I want. You can't dash, though, so it's a slow walk. But if you want it safe, you can do that. Now, I want to know what's up here. Because I don't need that Ride Armor. He's weak to Soul Body Ryu Engine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got 2 weaknesses. But yeah, you're right. I usually hit... You are right. I usually hit Split Mushroom next. Man, it's been a while. Nope. Almost took me down. You can buffer dash while charging on ground, though you only have a few frames worth of timing to do it. Well, that's good to know. Look at this, just though one of the best Ride Armors. And it charges up really fast. So much devastate. Look at the firepower that they're demonstrating that the Repliforce has. The Repliforce is outfitted for war, dude, and they're effecting that power right now. They're demonstrating it in full. Let's get out of there. Area 2.
Ready.
We can see where the little planes that were flying off in the background are taking off from. They have literally an airship, these giant airships that fire off little airships. What is that in the background? Those look like Ride Armors, but they're not. There's something. Whoa! And that is why the hover boots are amazing. Back off. Calm down. Ah. Misfire. My stream skipped. Did Gren get the heart tank? Yes, I did, sir. I got it while in the Ride Armor. Now, this is a tricky shot. Ugh, I hate this. I thought that would last longer. That's how long it's been since I used that. Alright. Those things on the background are the little rectangle ships you saw in the first half. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, let's do better this time. Okay, I did worse. It's so, you gotta like totally get that second jump. It's hard. It's hard. I hate this thing, but I don't hate that it's here. You know what I mean? Jerk. I wasn't close enough to hit the spikes. Those things, I was getting in position to catch the wall on the bottom. Suhu's here, saying hello. Hey, Suhu, what's going on? Get to the chopper. You have to walk forward before jumping, otherwise you will hit the ceiling and potentially lower your limit. Yeah, that's my problem. Okay, let's do this. That's too close. That would have killed me. Got it. Let's go, Dad! You can charge up to 4 blasts at a time with this arm module. It takes a while to charge, but you can fire a charge shot at any time you so wish with it. This arm module is also changeable. Enter this capsule to change parts. Now this is really cool. This is really cool that they let you have a choice in your charge shot. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to see what we got right here. This is a 4 charge shot. The hands are blue. So you can see you charge up, we get 2 shots right away, and then the 3rd and 4th shot come one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. Now what I don't like is that, you saw that. I charged all the way up. If I let go, nothing happens. So you have to tap it in order to get this off. Now these look really weak. Personally, a stock Buster fan, I don't like the big ball one. It's better for bosses. Now over here, we have the plasma shot, which is super famous. With this arm part, you can fire the plasma shot, which is effective against stronger enemies. If the shot hits the opponent, plasma is generated, which will cause an additional damage to the enemy. This arm module is changeable. Enter this capsule to change the parts. Lightning also agrees with Clamson. Personally, I like the plasma shot. I like the plasma shot. It just looks tremendous, and it leaves that shot behind. As you can see, the busters are now red and black, it look like. The blast is huge, and when it connects, you're gonna see it. I don't need to talk to you again, Dad. Plasma ball is better for mini bosses and smaller enemies. There we go. This is the only stage that has 2 armor capsules. This is the only stage that has 2 armor capsules. And what I didn't know when I was younger is that you can come back and change your buster if you feel like it, which is kind of cool. I thought once you left, that's it. You're stuck with the buster you chose. Here we go. Plasma shot. And now you get to see how it works. Killing it. I don't even know, well, you know, I kind of understand why they put those guys up there. They put those guys up there so you can't just hang out on the top. Bro, take a seat. Where are we going next, Glamsian? The plasma ball is actually as weak as lemons. They work great for enemies without iframes, but is absolutely horrendous in boss fights because they keep the bosses in constant iframes with the lowest possible damage. Oh, well. So, in terms of effectiveness, the regular shot is better. However, in terms of cool factor, the plasma shot is better, okay? Fight me. The sound effect of the plasma shot hitting on iframes, it's so good. Sounds like rattling metal poles, for real. So, guys, get your votes ready on where we're heading next, because I'm planning to take this guy down without trying too hard. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever fought Owl without his weakness. Maybe I have. I'm pretty sure I have. I gave myself a bunch of challenges when I was a kid. Speaking of Owl, we forgot to put Owl on the screen and read his entries. So, there goes Owl. I'll read it. How dare you destroy my unit. Okay, let's see what the Maverick Hunter Field Guide has to say about Storm Owl. Elemental P, QRST. Steel Storm Eagle. Guys, remember that guy? Storm Owl. Got a vote for Slash Beast. Aliases Storm Fukuro. I don't know, it's probably some Japanese way of pronouncing owl. Also known as Staff Chief of the Skies. Affiliation Mavericks Repliforce. Weapon Double Cyclone. Known weaknesses Aiming Laser and Rakuoha. A proud lieutenant of the Repliforce Army, Storm Owl was once friends with the former Maverick Hunter Storm Eagle, and has held a grudge against X ever since his compatriot was retired. Incidentally, he has proven to have a certain dislike for Chill Penguin as well. Why does everybody hate Chill Penguin? Having once been confused for Penguin himself. Okay, well, that's, I guess, but that's not Penguin's fault, dude. Man. Well, so he was friends with Eagle. That's cool. True to form, no wonder he holds the name Storm. Maybe they were made by the same manufacturer. True to form, Owl's skills are especially apparent during the night, which is when he uses his Space Fortress to lead the Reploid Air Force. Well, I expected Repliforce. To lead the Reploid Air Force in an attack against the city as a means of diverting the Maverick Hunter's attention during the Great Repliforce War. When confronted, Owl refused to obey any orders that did not come directly from his superior officers, thus leading to further engagement by the hunters. In battle, Storm Owl primarily kept to the air and dove at opponents in order to grab them and slam them into the ground. He could also generate a series of 3 stationary whirlwinds, or fire a 3-way spread of rapid-fire energy beams at his enemies. I feel like I've never seen any of these moves. His primary weapon, the Double Cyclone, allowed him to fire a wind-based energy sphere in addition to single projectiles. He could launch up to 4 smaller versions around the battlefield that briefly remained stationary before locking on and converging on their targets. He could also use it to create a brief defensive barrier around himself to negate damage. Wow. Upon his defeat, X obtained the Double Cyclone for himself, and could generate 2 of the upward arcing projectiles at once, firing them from each hand, while charging the weapon allowed him to instead generate a pair of horizontally moving cyclones. Meanwhile, Zero adopted the Tenkuha technique into his Z-Saber, allowing him to negate some energy projectiles with its now purple blade. Alright, so that's our Owl. You know why we didn't... Was there even a boss door for Owl? I think we just blew up a wall and climbed up a ladder. That's why I didn't think of it. It seems that similarly built Reploids easily make friendships with one another, as we can see that the Quanger and Gravity Beetle and Launch Octopus and Squid Adler, aka Bolt Kraken. Yeah, it's true. Alright, let's take him up the screen and up the scene.
How dare you destroy my unit! You'll pay for this with your life!
Okay, Owl. I got 1 life to try this. It's alright, I think I got him. I'm confident in my abilities. Is that all you got, you silly bird? So what's really great about the plasma shot for this boss in particular is his spread attack gets completely destroyed by my plasma shot. Dude, are you gonna actually land a hit? Man, I'm embarrassed for you. Oh! Woohoo! Almost got me. You tried. You certainly tried. Congratulations. Well, that was certainly not very challenging. So I gotta vote for Slash Beast. If anybody... Law Crimson just wants Slash Beast stage. If anybody has any other votes, I'm all ears. Double Cyclone. Fires vacuum cyclones left and right. Most effective when surrounded by the enemies and against Skyborn enemies. Let's save that. Continue. Alright, it looks like I'm ending up going to, I hold my vote, like, in lowest regard, just so you all know. So that means that my vote is like a half vote. So we have 1 vote for Slash Beast. Yeah, we're both in support of Slash Beast. Slash Beast it is! I don't have any other votes, so here we go. This guy is a violent menace, and I don't expect to have an easy time with him. He defends the military train to protect the supply of goods. Why did they call him Storm Owl when we have Storm Eagle? Because Storm is not like something that you have to like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like how 2 people can have the same name. That's the best way I can think of it. And they're also of the same style. They both use wind attacks and stuff. So it kind of makes sense. I love that, you know, X just watches this happen. Just watches this guy with a grenade. Alright, so now this is another thing I want to pay attention. Like, I really want us to pay attention to the stage layout and stuff like that. This is a really cool gimmick that they thought of. So we're in a moving train. I don't think we've gotten to do that. The last time we got to do something like that was in in Mega Man 7, when we were on the truck. Now this is a train. We're getting to see how they're transporting like goods and supplies, which makes sense for a military organization. We have the parallax effect in like going like hyperspeed in the background to demonstrate how fast this train is moving. We have supply boxes on the train. This is just, everything about this is logical, and I love it. I love that the trains have the Repliforce insignia on the side, showing you that it's their train and stuff. Trust me, the item route is much more lenient with Zero because of the lack of armors. Yeah. So they put all this attention to detail. And I have to, wait, what was I doing? I was too busy talking! I almost died! Alright. Survived though, survived. That would have been embarrassing. Let's go! Now this is one of the times where the blast buster, the plasma buster is just amazing. Look how that just shredded through that thing. I can't believe I survived that little silly thing. I was too busy talking. Now we're indoors. They changed the background. They could have just done the whole background for the whole stage and kept their things lazy, but they didn't. They decided to change things up, and you know, they really didn't have to, and I love it. Alright, we just saw another... we just saw a Repliforce soldier in a ride armor. Ah! Stock arm part has its merits too. I agree. I kind of wish that you could choose between which shot. All right. Here we have the Raiden. Let's see what the Maverick Hunter Field Guide has to say about that. I mean, the devs should have changed his name from Storm Owl to Cyclone Owl because his signature weapon is the double cyclone. Fair. Fair, that is a good argument. But they didn't. And Storm Owl sounds better than Cyclone Owl, to be honest. Cyclone Owl just sounds really, like, super strong, and I don't feel like he was anywhere near that level of power. Alright, where is this Raiden? This is the first of the ride armors built by the Repliforce. One of two ride armors developed by Repliforce for its soldiers to pilot. The Raiden was designed with melee combat in mind. Rather than just punching with its fist, each arm was equipped with an electromagnetic blade that could be charged... Really? It could be charged up to produce an even longer attack, can it? Have I ever done that? I'll find out. In addition to its combat applications, the Raiden was extremely durable, capable of withstanding the extreme temperatures of molten lava and the force of the compactors within the recycle lab, keeping its pilots safe all the while. As a result, many of these armors were kept in service for a longer time than normal. That's awesome. Megas, yeah, stock is my preferred one simply for bosses, and I like that I don't have to be holding down the button all the time to stop them from firing. Okay. Ah, crap. So, this is a tricky operation. I can't be taking too much damage out of the armor, otherwise I'll lose it, and I'm already failing. Bro, calm down. Yeah, I don't... Oh, you can charge it. I forgot. It's such a good ride armor, they reused it in X5 and X6. I never knew you could charge this thing. So this is the only way you can break open some of the trains and those blue boxes. And I never remember if there's any reason to go back. And apparently there isn't, so I just wasted health coming back on this direction. Armor health, rather. Hopefully I don't lose it before I really need it. Run away. I never knew you could charge attack. It's a game changer. I tried to air dash. Wow, that was a lot. Wow, go away. Okay, we got the heart tank. We're okay. Bro. I did not mean to jump out of that armor. You never knew you could charge it? No, I never knew I could charge it. And if I did, I forgot. Alright, my armor's getting that critical. I need to get out of here. Let's go, let's go. Good, we broke everything before we lost the armor. My OCD would have killed me. Ow. Bro. And they could have made the whole stage just that silly train thing, and they added this part. Like, they put so much detail. It's tiny little details, but they make a difference, man. They make the game have such a different feel, such a good texture. We just switched trains. You almost got me. Oh, boss time. See, they don't have boss doors, so I don't know to bring up the boss information yet. So let's let them get on the screen, and then we'll read up about them. Alright, Slash Beast. Challenging my unit was both foolish. Okay, Slash Beast, he is 4. Elemental PQRST. Slash Beast. Here we go. Where is he? Sting. Steel. Split. Spiral. My goodness. Where's L? Here we go. Slash Beast. Aliases Slash Beastleo. Also known as the Steel King of Destruction. That's a dope name. I'm new here, but I dig your stylish look. Thank you, Beanwagon. Thanks for jumping through. Thank you for being here. All right. I hope you enjoy the show. We're going through some lore right now. We're about to smack down, or get the smackdown from Slash Beast. So let's learn a little bit about him real quick. Affiliation: Mavericks, Repliforce. Weapon: Twin Slasher. Known weaknesses: Ground Hunter and Raijin Geki. Well regarded for his courage in battle, Slash Beast signed on with Repliforce solely for the opportunity to freely test the limits of his combat abilities. Achieving the rank of captain within the Reploid army, he was charged with protecting their weapon supply train during the Great Repliforce War. Slash Beast possessed great speed and was capable of catching up to the supply train on foot. Yes, you guys saw that. He literally was running after the train and jumped onto the cart that I was on. He saw the train was under attack by the Maverick Hunters and said, you know what, let me get over there and slap that boy. This is really good. Slash Beast possessed great speed and was capable of catching up to the supply train in battle. In battle, he used this speed and agility to perform fierce leaps at his opponents and could even shift his momentum to drop straight down upon his target. His rush attack saw him charge at foes with his claws extended, rebounding off nearby surfaces if necessary. His primary attack was the Twin Slasher, wherein he performed a somersault kick that released 2 crescent-shaped energy beams. This could also be used as a counterattack form from a defensive position. Didn't know that. When Slash Beast was defeated, X gained the Twin Slasher for himself, firing 2 similar energy crescents from X's Buster that grew in size as they traveled at 45-degree angles, or 8 crescents, 4 at each angle, when charged. Zero adapted Beast's rush maneuver into the Shipuga, which turned the Z-Saber's blade pink as he performed a dashing semicircular slash. I think Zero 2 does the idea of a train boss better with you having to battle across 2 separate trains. Slash Beast thinks he's Captain America with the way he caught up to this train. Listen, he's basically Captain America for the Repliforce. Let him be him. Don't judge. Let's take him off the screen and off the scene.
Challenging my unit was both foolish and reckless. You are nothing more than my prey, one that is soon to be retired.
Let's go! Okay, already off to a bad start. I love that he roars at you, like, "Bleh!" You can dash under that, Gren. Okay, good to know. Oh, stop jumping into it, you fool! Oh, good job shooting in the wrong direction. Grant, you're gonna die at this rate. Get better. scary! Scary! Scary lion man! Ugh, almost got me. Woo, I got him on the first try! I expected so much more of a challenge. I mean, he was still challenging. You still had to be very fast with your reflexes, but man, I thought I was gonna die. Woof! Good fight, Slash Beast. Good fight. Get that E-Tank in this tank. Twin Slasher. I gotta praise this narrator because he's definitely Japanese and he's gotten all his L's in there. Twin Slasher shoots twin slashers forward in 2 directions. This weapon has wide range capabilities, making it easier to hit enemies. It's pretty hot. I hate summer. I'm not a fan of summer. Let's go. Where are we going to next? Magma Dragoon. We got to vote for Magma Dragoon by 2 votes for Magma Dragoon. All right, now Magma Dragoon is not a joke. He is actually one of the hardest bosses in the game. And he's so vicious that he broke my PlayStation 3 with backward compatibility. Yep, my PlayStation 3 breathed its last breath while fighting Magma Dragoon. So, thank you, Dragoon. Thank you. All right, I got 2 votes for Magma Dragoon. I'll wait a moment to see if anybody else has any votes, but it seems like we're going to Magmas. Going once, going twice. Magma Dragoon! He betrayed the irregular hunters and hid himself inside a volcano. This is a dope fight. All right, we're just gonna get there. We're just gonna do it. We're in a volcano, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Ugh. I wanted to be cool. I still haven't found a single sub-tank yet, sadly. Oh, got me. I keep trying to duck. I don't have ducking unlocked yet. That's not until the next game. Ah! Woo! I don't remember where all these fire spouts come from, so I keep getting cheap-shotted. You fool! Ah! Ah! First part was very unremarkable. Had a lot of fire explosions. I like that they put so much detail in the background. I keep saying it in every stage, but they put a lot of detail into making those platforms make sense. They're attached to actual, like, ground that you can see. And then we have the glowering of the magma in the background. Sub-tanks are soon. Why did I shoot that way? Am I drunk? The fool that I am! Woo! Could you not? Ah! You guys. So that's one thing I liked about Extreme 2. That enemies did not respawn just because you took them off screen. Whoa! Okay, so we have a branching path here. We have an upward path and a downward path. I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's definitely a tank, a capsule here, isn't there? Did I miss it? I didn't miss it. Am I crazy? Where's the capsule? Is there a capsule here, Clams? My memory might be broken. So there's an upward path and a downward path. The downward path is littered in magma, and the only way to get through it is with this. Capsule's up and to the right. Okay. Behind a bunch of rocks. It's on the top path. Alright. There we go. You knew there was something. Oh, here we go. It's not a branching path. It's a this path or not. So now that we got Slash Beast, we can break this open, but we can't just do it with the regular Slash Beast attack. We gotta do a charge shot. Bam! Equip with this new body module X. This body part absorbs damage inflicted by enemies and will gradually accumulate within. When it is filled to capacity with energy, you can execute the invincible Nova Strike. However, a single use will consume all your energy stores, so use it only to pull through tight situations. Here we go, body armor. Does this increase my body armor? I feel like it does. So you got 3 out of 4 body parts. Armor parts. Do we have a charge? Like, it does, the Nova Strike right there shows it's fully charged. And I think to use it, I have to press R2. I'm not gonna use it. Unless I need it. So now, we're just gonna go through the magma portion of the stage. Alright, so here's the branching path. You can either go up and abandon the armor, or you can go through the magma and go straight into the boss. Now, I know the boss is here, so I'm going to put him on the screen so we can learn about Magma Dragoon. Is it just me, or are these stages kind of short? Magna Centipede. Magma Dragoon. Aliases, Magmard Dragoon. Also known as Martial Artist of Exploding Flame. Affiliation, Mavericks. Repliforce, formerly of the Maverick Hunters. Weapon, Ansatsuken Martial Arts, Rising Fire. Known weaknesses, certain wind and electricity based attacks, such as Double Cyclone and Raijin Geki. Magma Dragoon was once the leader of the Maverick Hunters' 14th Special Unit, but abandoned the organization when he was lured away by the chance to fight fellow Hunters X and Zero. To this end, he helped to cause the collapse of the Sky Lagoon, thus leading to the events of the Great Repliforce War. Upon verifying his alliance with Repliforce, Hunters were dispatched to the volcano area where he chose to hide out. So, Magma Dragoon is the one that is responsible for the downfall of Sky Lagoon, for killing both all of the people on the Sky Lagoon and all of the people on the city beneath Sky Lagoon. First of all, it was a bad idea to have a floating city, but maybe they ran out of space down on the ground, so the next idea is have floating cities, I guess. And it probably had a whole bunch of security mechanisms put into there to make sure nothing happened, but this jerk right here decided to, the Japanese kanji for heaven is on his chest plate. That's dope. That is true. Thank you, CK. So I guess there was a bunch of security precautions that deemed that as a safe thing, and he turned off the very thing that kept the Sky Lagoon afloat. All just so he could fight X or Zero, because he wanted to prove his might to himself. What a jerk. As part of the 14th Unit, Dragoon specialized in melee and close quarters combat, employing the Ansatsuken form of martial arts, or a close approximation thereof. His Hadouken technique allowed him to throw fireballs at higher or lower levels, while the Rising Fire Shoryuken delivered a flaming uppercut, and the Tenmaku Jinkyaku resulted in a fiery diving kick. Never read that word before. Other maneuvers included his Fire Pillar attack, which saw him throw a fireball of fiery energy into nearby lava to cause a pillar to erupt. Flame Bullet, in which he sent a torrent of fireballs skyward to rain down on the battlefield, and his Flame Attack, wherein he emitted a large wave of fire from his mouth. Anybody notice that this guy has 1,000,000 attacks? Bro killed 2 birds with 1 massive stone, for real. Upon his defeat, X adapted the Rising Fire into his variable weapon system, allowing him to send a fireball skyward with his fist, or, if charged, deliver a fiery Shoryuken uppercut before releasing the fireball upward. Zero would adapt Dragoon Shoryuken technique into the Ryuengin, a flaming uppercut slash performed with the Z-Saber. Following the Great Repliforce War, Magma Dragoon's data was incorporated into an emulation for hunters to test their skills in the training area. There we go. Magma Dragoon seems to have found the secret capsules from X1 and X2 as well. As a matter of fact, Street Fighter is, from what I understand, it is canonically in the world of Mega Man, and so people have played Street Fighter, and that's why they would know of these moves. So he probably just wanted to emulate the Street Fighter maneuvers. So let's take him off the screen and off the scene. It's very clear why he's essentially the fan favorite X Maverick. For real, he's a dragon. He's based off of Akuma. He's just all around dope. One other thing I wanted to mention. This is the first Maverick you get to face while in a ride armor. They knew he was hard, so they gave you a ride armor to fight him.
X, you've arrived.
Dragoon, why did you betray the HQ?
You'll have to defeat me first.
But we're allies. You're gonna say that after he dropped a whole Sky Lagoon on people? Yeah, it's canonically a game role-played with Dr. Light, correct?
You're so naive. Listen closely. I let the Sky Lagoon fall. And I'd do it again.
No, those were innocent people. You're not a Dragoon. Wait, you're not a Dragoon. You're not Dragoon, just a Maverick.
You got that right. Power up, X. It's time you showed me what you can do.
Let's go, Dragoon. Hadouken! Hadouken! I've always wanted to beat him while in the ride armor, but I've never been able to do it. He does too much damage to the ride armor. Whoa, and I jumped out of the armor by accident. Please jump back in, X! Hadouken! Hadouken! Armor's at its limit. What? I beat him on the armor, but the armor broke. I wanted to see what would happen if you get to keep the armor. Okay, that was kind of cool. I never did that before. Why does this game feel easier than I remember?
You are strong, X.
Here's my favorite detail. Look at his health bar. He has a Maverick emblem, not a... Oh, yeah! I mean, it's too late to look at it now, but that's true. He did have a Maverick logo, which is Sigma's, Sigma sign, instead of the Repliforce R that all the other ones have. Pay attention, because there's a few Mavericks that we're fighting that have that little detail added to them. Such a waste. Why, Dragoon?
Always wanted to fight you. Then he appeared and...
He appeared? Who?
Told me to work for Repliforce to goad you into fighting.
You did it just so you could fight me.
Was worth it for a final duel.
Dragoon! Alright, this foolish. They could have just asked him to spar, right? Come on. But I guess he wanted it to be like a fight to the death, where there's no stakes, no holding back. Rising Fire shoots fire energy vertically. Where are we going next, everybody? What am I fighting for? Kaiser Chrono! Thanks for jumping by. Effective against all airborne enemies. Some objects may be burned by this attack as well. Let's save. I believe we're gonna get a cutscene now. Oh no, we're gonna get an intermission, not a cutscene. Sir, it's a message from the Colonel.
X, I'll wait for you at Memorial Hall. Make sure you show up on time.
Why aren't you playing Mega Man X7? I will eventually. Split Mushroom is next. Okay, after the Colonel, we're gonna be fighting Split Mushroom. Want to see the ground burn. No, Kaiser, why are you so evil? Why, Kaiser, why? Sir, this must be a trap. Perhaps, but I won't run from this time. Okay, whatever. BCD. I wanted this before we continue. Okay, good. We have a moment. There's no point in being on the pause menu. Before we continue, I wanted to see something in the Maverick Hunter field guide. If only I knew my alphabets, or at least the pages. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, T, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, T, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X. Yeah, why, how am I not finding... Oh, because he's under Mega Man X. I knew that. I'm here looking for X. So I believe there's some new information about X. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, T, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R. Magna. Here we go. We did the techno. No, there's no new information on X, but we can talk about X real quick. This location actually the same place Colonel and General gave that heartfelt speech. That's awesome. So let's put X on the screen for just a second. So our good boy X. Let's just do a small recap before we go and fight Colonel. We've been through a lot of things with X. X is the original robot master that all the Reploids are based off of, and he's been through a lot. As you can see here, he is looking like he is ready to fight. He's been through a lot of fights, and he's used to being a warrior now, even though he is of a pacifistic nature by default. X is just trying to do things the right way and not have any more casualties, so every one of these battles is a drain on him. I just wanted to recap on X. I actually meant to do this before selecting X. Looks like he's gonna shove that X Buster X. Yeah, I actually meant to do this before selecting X at the beginning of the stage because it's been so long since we checked in on what X is like. And we've gotten to see him go through quite a lot of adventures, and every single time, a lot of missions actually, and every single time we end up fighting Sigma, who's at this point a constant antagonist and is not just like physically being a threat, but also a psychological threat because he's turning friends into foes and destroying things. And these are part of the internal struggles that X has to deal with as well. And it's hard to keep friends when you don't know who's going to turn into a Maverick next. So his longest standing friend at this point is our boy Zero, which is the other side of this story that we'll get to see afterward. I don't want to talk too much more about X because I don't like holding up the action for too long, but let's get back to it. And we're going to deal with Colonel. Colonel! Stop this foolishness now!
Never.
Colonel! Please! Think this over! I mean, the guy just literally just said, hey, could you come back with us for a minute? Like, that's all they had to do. Excuse me. Who's friend Zero? Yep.
The Repliforce must be independent. Our battle will determine this.
Wait, did this guy just go straight into fighting?
Show you no mercy.
Yo, bro, give me a second. Give me a second.
I'll show you no mercy. Now get ready.
Okay, so I didn't expect him to go straight into fighting. I thought he was going to talk a little bit while on screen. Let's throw him up on the screen for a second. We got Colonel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time we are fighting against Colonel. Uria! Yeah! Now, I meant to curate Colonel's little entry beforehand, but let's hopefully there's no spoilers in this. Colonel. Aliases not applicable. Affiliation, Mavericks of the Repliforce. Weapon, Beam Saber. Known weaknesses, by the way, he cuts through the whole top over here. He doesn't even let you see that. Ice-based attacks such as Frost Tower and Hyoretsuzan. Colonel was a solemn, striking Reploid whose immovable pride and deep sense of duty contributed to his tragic downfall. His dedication to Repliforce and its ideals was matched only by his affection for his little sister, Iris. You guys remember Iris from Extreme 2? Indeed, Colonel's ties to Iris were the cause of several rifts that proved irreparable and sadly fatal. Designed by Repliforce, Colonel and Iris began life as a single Reploid that was engineered with both a pacifistic heart and a fierce fighting prowess. The Reploid's love for peace, however, proved irreconcilable with its warlike capabilities. Repliforce's scientists ultimately split the project in twain. Iris was born as a gentle arbitrator, and Colonel as a warrior with a strong sense of honor. It was that honor that prompted Colonel to hold his ground when he and his men were ordered to disarm following the deadly fall of the Sky Lagoon. Insulted by the accusation that Repliforce had had a hand in the incident and the request to drop his weapons, Colonel broke off his friendship with Zero and went maverick alongside the rest of Repliforce. The two former comrades clashed in some intense one-on-one combat, including a notable skirmish that ceased only when Iris intervened and begged them to stop fighting. Colonel did indeed stay his blade that day, but never again. When he next battled Zero at the spaceport, just as Repliforce moved to launch the final weapon into space. You'll see what happens there. Colonel was surprisingly agile for his large build, and yeah, he's really fast for a big Reploid. And more than one foe underestimated his speed with fatal consequences. His favorite weapon was a beam saber with a long red blade. He typically initiated combat with 3 quick strikes that fired arced shockwave lasers at his opponents, which he often followed up with a quick teleportation to a more advantageous position, usually behind his hapless target. When Colonel needed to cover a wider area, he'd call an energy breaker. Energy breaker! I love that. A thunder attack technique that let him channel electrical energy from his saber into the ground, when the energy re-emerged as thin columns of lightning. Alright, they come back up. When backed into a corner, Colonel would break the ground crush, using his ground crush, a huge shockwave that was even more damaging than the normal version. Nice. What? That's wrong. He is not Maverick. Oh, Colonel. Maverick is just a label that we give to Reploids that don't do what humans want them to do. Alright, let's take him off the screen and take him off the scene. Let's go, Colonel! Ah! I love that he can block it. Uria! Uria! He got me with the swipe. He got me with the swipe. God, I don't know where. Ah! I never know where he's gonna go with that. I know he's gonna appear at you. I just don't know how to dodge it. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. That's how. There you go. I love his voice. I know this voice actor's not great, but the tone fits him well. The sound fits him well. Oh, it got me. So this single Reploid they mentioned is currently assumed to be what Iris Another from X-Dive is. Correct. I want props for fighting Colonel while reading. Somebody give me a clap! Yeah! So, I notice, you're not going to notice it now, but he is holding back in this fight, because he's not using all of his abilities. Time to get serious. Oh god, I hate X's voice in this game. You almost got me, Colonel. So I noticed they gave X the same voice that they gave Rock in Mega Man 8, so I guess it's the same voice actor. But they definitely should have given him a different voice. I guess the American team didn't realize that they were two different people.
Impressive, but the result won't be the same next time. Until then.
Colonel! Ah. Saving. Okay. Where are we going to next? I forgot. I think I heard Split Mushroom is next. Is that right? Let me look back. I forgot what you guys said. Yeah, Split Mushroom is next. If only I could find my screens easier. Colonel must be angry that his namesake is holding back. Alright. Let's get to it. Split Mushroom, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't get any other votes, so I'll give you guys a minute. Going once. Yeah, it's the same actor. According to an interview with them, they weren't really that well informed that they were two separate characters. Wow, I didn't know that. Where'd you even find that information? That's pretty great. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing that they didn't know that. Split Mushroom, I guess. Let's go. He occupies the laboratory and will attack whoever visits there. Oh, I forgot that there might be a different information in here for Colonel. So for Colonel, in the instruction manual, it says he is the youngest high-ranking officer in the new Maverick regime, prominent and strict with Mavericks. Colonel treats his troops and sister the same way, with respect. Colonel's a stand-up guy, it sounds like. I'll make sure to say my vocal intro for Zero's half. Very nice. Whoa. Okay, so here, they're having a little bit... So they were trying to do a 3D effect here, which it kind of works, but it also throws you off if you're not used to it, because we're going up a spiral staircase. What they did here was pretty clever by keeping X or Zero, if you're playing as Zero, at center stage and having the stage move around him, and giving the illusion that you're going up a large, rounded facility. Colonel is not a Maverick, just an honorable Reploid that didn't pay attention to baseless demands from X or Zero. Instead of asking Colonel for what he knew at the moment, X or Zero just accused him. Listen, this is just normal. You gotta come back to base, you gotta disarm. This is how... Just normal protocol, bro. You don't want these people that are a potential threat to come with their weapons and then raise the place. The Maverick Hunter's base has been attacked already once before. It was an interview conducted by Mega Man YouTubers Colfam and Revo. Nice! I did not know about this. You'll need his weapon Soul Body to clear Cyber Peacock stage. Alright, because those orbs only get affected by Soul Body. I'm going this way then. Whoa! Why did my charge shot disappear? Ah! Let's go. There we go. Ha! Whoa! I forgot that those things regenerate. I love how, look how they regenerate. They regenerate through data first. That's a little telling of how things are gonna start working in the future. Ah, this thing. Weak! Wah! So the 3D effect does kind of throw me off with those bouncing orbs. Bouncing whatever the heck they are. So there's that. With Zero it's a lot easier because you can just swing and just hit everything. I'm getting my butt kicked. Wow, there's a lot of enemies. What is happening? That was pretty vicious. Got that heart tank. Speaking of heart tanks, if you'd like to support the channel, you can donate a heart tank to me now, or whenever you feel like it. It's not a requirement, it's not expected, it's just nice and it helps the channel. I still am just a streamer for fun, so no big deal if you don't. But any money that's donated here, or earned here rather, I don't really know call me a boomer, fight me, will be used to get improved equipment for the streams. So, I understand why they don't allow you to wall climb here, but it just doesn't really make sense. Wait, I mean, are the walls like covered in jelly, maybe? I can't really tell. There's like a green thing on it. Maybe that's an explanation. Sadly, the interview is now lost because Rebo just had to do an evil thing that got him rightfully canceled. Yeah, I kept my head out of all that. This is why, if I ever take off, I'm just gonna not talk to anybody. I have no idea of what happened. He probably rightfully got canceled, but like sometimes people like take things out of proportion, and I have a feeling I'll say something stupid and get in trouble. Like I hate dolphins, and then suddenly everybody will hate me because I hate dolphins. I don't actually hate dolphins. As a matter of fact, I think dolphins are great and intelligent creatures, and I couldn't eat them because they're too smart for me to want to eat. Why did I bring that up? Because I'll eat almost anything. But anyway, and yet I eat pigs. Pigs are geniuses. I feel bad that I eat pigs, but they taste so good. Bacon's amazing. All right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, you vegans are all very healthy. If you can do vegan, cool. I can't. I respect it. Can't do it. We got to talk about split mushroom. Split mushroom 3. There we go. And according to Scott Pilgrim, if you go vegan, you get superpowers. So like, it's just I wish I could do it. Split mushroom. Where are we? Split mushroom. Alias is Little Devil of the Ruins. That's cute. Affiliation, Mavericks. Just straight up Mavericks. Weapon, clone attack. Known weaknesses, electric-based attacks such as Lightning Web and Raijin Geki. During the Great Repliforce War, Sigma resurrected the previously decommissioned Split Mushroom to support Repliforce's war efforts by restarting the biolaboratory he had once administered and fortifying it against intruders. The cruel yet childlike Maverick would go on to attack whoever invaded his lair for fun. What? What did I just read? Wait. During the Great Repliforce, Sigma resurrected the previously decommissioned Split Mushroom. Wow, okay, cool. I didn't know that. To support Repliforce's war efforts by restarting the biolaboratory he had once administered and fortifying it again. Wow, I read that didn't even go to my brain. What? The cruel yet childlike Maverick would go on to attack whoever invaded his lair for fun, relishing in the opportunity to eliminate those who crossed his path. That's crazy. In battle, Split Mushroom clung to the walls for his clone attack, releasing 6 energy-based duplicates of himself that bounced before performing somersault spin attacks at their target. For Clone Attack 2, Mushroom instead leaped high above the center of the battlefield, spinning in place and deploying spores prior to the materialization of a slower but more accurate mirror image of himself. There's a typo in here with no F. It says himself. The duo then ran and jumped one after the other around the room before performing bouncing spin attacks in tandem. They could also stop in midair and dive headfirst into the ground, releasing poisonous gas. But have you heard of Spit Mushroom, who likes to spit, not spin or split? All right, Kaiser, we're not talking to you anymore. With Mushroom defeated... Wait. Did I read this? Kaiser messed me up. Yeah, I did. With Mushroom defeated, X adapted his copy ability into the variable weapons system as the Soul Body, which accumulated energy and released it in the form of an illusory copy of X that could be harmful to the touch. When charged, it created a duplicate which more closely resembled the genuine article and could be controlled remotely, albeit with minimal firepower. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting charge attack, to be honest. Zero, meanwhile, learned an astonishing 3 techniques. What? I don't remember there being 3 techniques. Kuenbu, which allowed him to perform a second leap in midair. Kuenzan, in which he performed a somersault slash with the Z-Saber. And Soul Body, which he kept secret until unleashing it in a final act of desperation in his battle with X during the... Wow. Okay. Okay. That's a small spoiler, but I had to read it because that's crazy that he allegedly learned it here and never told anybody it, never used it. Okay, cool. I guess that's how they retconned that fix. Alrighty, let's take Split Mushroom off the screen and off the scene. Split was 3. Are you X? I'm under orders to terminate you. What? Whose orders? Take a wild guess. Notice he has the Sigma Maverick symbol as well. Okay, so something that I really like, a small little detail, is that when you hit... wow, okay, I thought that hurt me. When you hit Split Mushroom, he emits spores around him as well. Okay. This is a very interesting fight, reminiscent of Gemini Man, but a little bit more chaotic. Ow! I've never heard him make that noise before. Go away, go away, go away. Got him. Have you guys noticed I've been running around with 0 lives for like every one of these stages? You got Soul Body. Soul Body accumulates energy and generates an illusion. Enemies will sustain damage if struck by soul energy. Requires high energy expenditures, however, and will eventually dissipate in time, or if it sustains heavy damage. Is it really an illusion if it can actually, like, physically touch things? It doesn't seem like an illusion. It's more like a projection. We're going to Peacock, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. I got no votes. Everybody's in we got Crimson Kai and Clamsian both in agreement to go do Peacock, so I don't think I'm gonna get any other votes. So here we go. Cyber Peacock. He lives in cyberspace and wants to destroy the network system. Someone else, Rico Replays! Here, everybody. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do so. He's playing all sorts of games, so give him a check out when you're not watching Mega Monday. Now, here we get to enjoy a real challenge. I've already screwed it up. Let's go. I can still make it, though. I think the first one's not important, though. I got hit with the hurry up, so I might not have gotten the S rank. I think if you get it during... Yes! You got to do it while the hurry up. If that hurry up expires, you don't get an S rank. All right, we're going to do better. We're going to do better. We're going to do better. This was the legendary race in MMXD. Yep. Here we go. Let's go again. Go, go, go. Didn't even get the hurry up. Fight me. 2 S ranks. Oh, we got a sub-tank, ladies and gentlemen. So this is really nice. So, in Cyber Peacock, there's 3 power-ups. You got the heart tank, like in every stage is a heart tank. We got a sub-tank, and we're going to get I believe, the headpiece is here, too. And you get that, I'm getting S rank in the 3rd part. So you always you have to earn these power-ups. It's really great. I love that. But we're running out of weapon energy, ladies and gentlemen. If you see red, I can't read that. I'm on a timer, sorry. Come on! I should have wall climbed. That would have been faster. If you see red down arrows, that means you rank down. Ah, I've never seen those before. Some of these traps are vicious, but I got through it on the first try! Binary Slash! I am giving you a new head module, X. Thanks that I really needed it because I was running out of weapon energy. This module will improve your special weapons abilities. It should reduce your special weapon energy requirements to near 0. You may now use your special weapons as often as you want. Thanks, Pops! You're damn right it was clean, Clams. You know, once I get serious, I get good. Listen, half of the reason I'm screwing up in this game is because I'm reading the chat while trying to play, okay? I'm not shocked you've managed to break them on the first try as you do. I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. Okay, I love Kaiser. Kaiser, you need to be here more often. You're a very fun person. All right, so we've got the 4th armor fully set. Let's read about it. This is 4th armor on the screen. Let's see. What does it say? Is there anything we don't already know that was told to us by the game? So a little thing I want to say is that this armor is been known as both the fourth armor and the force armor. And the reason for that is because in Japanese, they don't have a TH sound. They substitute the TH sound with the S sound. So there's a little bit of a confusion that when they say force, they're saying fourth, but with the Japanese accent. But it also sounds like force. And honestly, both really work. I don't really have a preference. And I think that it's perfectly fine to call it either. But the official canon says fourth armor. By the way, Dr. Kane told me that he needed to get Zero upgraded, but to do so, he would require parts out of Able City. Talk about an expedition. Okay, BS. Alright. During the Great Repliforce War, X would once more be upgraded to meet the current situation. There's a big entry in here. The head parts of the fourth armor allowed X to use special weapons with nearly no energy cost, and reduced the energy expenditure for their charged forms by half. The body parts reduced the damage X took by half, and gradually converted that into energy for a new Giga attack known as the Nova Strike, which saw X surge forward invincibly surrounded by energy in a body crash, draining the entire reserve in the process. The leg upgrade restored X's ability to dash in the air, only horizontally this time, but with the added ability to hover in the air briefly. We've seen this. There were two interchangeable arm parts for this set of armor. The white-blue arm parts signified the stock charge shot was equipped. Which allowed X to charge and store up to 4 smaller charge shots that he could fire at a time. The black-red parts, yeah, they are black and red, huh? Belonged to the plasma shot, an enormous orb of plasma energy that would continue upon its trajectory after striking a target, leaving behind up to 3 balls of plasma to continuously damage enemies. Prior to the colony drop incident, Maverick Hunter, so yes, the colony drop incident is the next episode, so we'll read about that later. But basically, we get to see this armor again. And this is the last armor that was made from data from previous ones. All future ones were entirely new. This is correct. And to explain that in a little bit more detail is that Dr. Light was basically leaving these things all around. And he eventually, you'll notice that his messages in the capsules seem very recorded up until now. In this particular episode, you notice that he mentions, why are these people fighting? They shouldn't be fighting. It doesn't make sense. Please fix this. Now, he's noticing what's happening. It's no longer a message left behind from the past, but it seems to be registering what's going on, which makes one believe that maybe that's an AI of Dr. Light. Let's go. Ready. Oh, before we go, I just wanted to do this one time. That's the Nova Strike, ladies and gentlemen. It's very powerful, but you get one shot, unless you take a bunch of damage. And since I have now the energy charge, this is regular web. Let's see what our charge shots do. This is very cool, but very useless. Can't use that for anything. This is the soul body we got. We were using that just now to get through things, but if you do this, X stays stationary and you got this fake clone to go around and do things. That's it. Can't charge up, can't do anything. We have the Rising Fire, and then we've got us a Shoryuken. Double Cyclone? I don't know what that's called. Forgot. We already saw the charge shot of this. And that's it. That's all I got so far. Let's go. Let's get back to business, eh? Having infinite energy really makes you want to use the other weapons, though. Ugh. Yeah. All previous armors were made from the recycled materials of old armors, and explained why X lost his armor at the start of every game. That was because Dr. Light stole them back. Oh, he recalled them. I wouldn't call him stealing them back. And it was mostly because X didn't need them anymore because there was no fighting. And I'm pretty sure Light would use them to wow, that's terrible. There. Light would use them to figure out how to make them better. If it were an AI, the good doctor, then I should think that X is his avatar. A force of the greater good to be manifested 100 years later, correct? But I think that Dr. Light is more than an AI in there. And we'll see why when we get to the end of X5. Oh, boss doors. They're not in every stage, apparently, so here we go. Cyber Peacock. Ah. There we go. Let's see what the Maverick Hunter Field Guide has to say about Cyber Peacock. I never use a charged version of Soul Body. It just leaves X vulnerable to attack. He's invincible while he's like that, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he's invincible while he's like that. Alright, Cyber Peacock. Aliases Cyber Kujaku, also known as the Network Guardian. Affiliation Mavericks Sigma. Dr. Light would analyze the battle data and improve upon the armor and give it back to X when it is finished. Yeah, that makes sense. Affiliation Mavericks. Weapon Tracking Shot. Known weaknesses Soul Body and Ryu Engine. I'm pretty sure he'll still have that weird effect if you hit him with the Web Spider. I'm going to shoot him with the Web Spider just to see. Maybe I was imagining it. Cyber Peacock was one of the stranger Mavericks the Hunters have faced. Originally, an artificial intelligence designed to protect important computer systems from attacks by hackers. His programming was rewritten by Sigma to attack those who tried to access the network and, in the process, test the abilities of Hunters X and Zero in cyberspace, which is what we were getting there. He was actually examining us and testing our abilities. I can confirm that Soul Body renders X and his hollow self immune to damage during his duration. There you go, I knew it. When tracked down by the Hunters during the Great Repliforce War, Peacock teleported around the battlefield in an effort to get close enough to either unleash his feather attack, extending his tail feathers as energy blades, or leap upwards with a rising slash. He also used his tracking shot from the air, activating a targeting reticle that feather-like projectiles would attempt to home in on before detonating. He's not exactly alive. Archie actually explains what Dr. Light has truly become, but that involves MZ Lloyd. Yes! That's what I was kind of alluding to. But again, we'll talk about that when we get to X5's ending and more when we get to the Zero story. Alright. Later, aboard the Repliforce's orbital final weapon base, the Hunters encountered a physical form of Cyber Peacock. What? Okay, so apparently this is a digital form we're fighting, and the physical form is in the boss rush. That's cool. Well, okay. Following Peacock's deletion, X acquired the aiming laser, which allowed him to lock onto as many as 3 targets, tracking their movements while firing laser blasts. When charged, it fired a single cone-shaped beam that didn't track targets, but was able to be repositioned as needed. Zero gained the Rakuhoha, which mimicked the feather attack by fanning 9 energy projectiles out when he punched the ground. Alright, let's take the Peacock off the screen and off the scene. If I knew Peacock like I think I do, he intends to lambast us with lasting lacerations, yet won't skimp on the beauty. Absolutely not. He is a peacock after all. His potential is limitless? Not possible! Who are you? Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god, I forgot to mention we're in cyberspace right now. Yes, we are in cyberspace right now. We mentioned that at the beginning. That was the front. Where? I was ordered to test your abilities. It's quite simple. What? Why does this guy remind me so much of Tundra Man? Because I'm doing the voice of Tundra Man almost. I feel like he should have that voice. Prepare yourself! Elegance! Ow, you jerk! That hurt! Holy crap! Not getting me twice, buddy. Woo! Good try, bud. How's my... my Nova Strike is not full. I wanted to hit him with the Nova. Boy, you need some better moves. You're not gonna get me if you're just your only move. Oh boy, that's a very strong homing attack. All that homing, you couldn't land a single shot. I jumped into his face. Oh, I thought that was it. Once I got my groove in, I wasn't dying anymore. I don't think any of the bosses took me down. I think I got killed by Web Spider Spike in that stage for the arm parts. That's about it. You got Aiming Laser. Aiming Laser. Move the cursor to lock onto enemies. Attacks the enemy with the aiming laser. And speaking of knowing people, I know Gren well. His MO, that being modus operandi, which is his particular way of doing something, he chooses to use the X-Buster for the initial fights. This is correct. I do it for the challenge and so that people can see what was put into the bosses and the kind of fight that you are going to have to expect. Without the special weapons, the bosses are a lot more intimate. You get to see a lot more of what they're about, and you get to see that they are actually a challenge. Using their special weapon that they're weak to is a reward. I don't understand the complaint that using the special weapon makes the fights too easy. That's the point. That's your reward for getting that weapon and figuring out that they're weak to that weapon. That's it. It's just logic. If you don't want it to be easy, don't use the weapon. That's it. But on the subject of said bosses, when it comes to the boss rush, all bets are off, and special weapons are activated. Correct. Now, that's not going to be the same case with Zero because of the way Zero plays. But I'm also not going to focus on special weapons every time either. So I've got to vote for Frost Walrus, and there's only 2 bosses left. We got Frost Walrus and Jet Stingray, which, by the way, Jet Stingray has a dope, like, character design. For whatever reason, that escaped me. Now, unfortunately, we've only got 3 minutes left in Mega Mondays, so that means that we're probably going to have to call it for now, and finish this fight next episode. So we've got Frost Walrus on the screen, and we've got Jet Stingray, and then we've got the final bit of fights to go through, so that should be the next episode. And we'll finish up X's run then. So let's put this away for now. Frost Walrus. Yeah. Gonna do Frost next time, but for now, we're probably gonna call it a night. Listen, everybody, thank you guys so very, very much for coming out for Mega Mondays. Once again, every Monday, 7 p.m. EST. You get to see the episode again. If you're watching me on YouTube, you get to see the episode a week afterwards. So if you want to see it live, you got to catch it on Twitch. It looks like our target next Monday, Mega Monday, is Frost Walrus. Correct. Rico, thank you so much for coming by. Rico, you know if Maverick's online? Because if he's online, I'll send these people over his way. If you guys haven't seen Maverick Official is another one of my friends. He streams as well. He does all sorts of things such as unboxings, PC makes, and just playing old games. He is live, so I'm going to send you guys over his way right now. One of the few Mavericks you can trust. Correct. Official. There we go. So, next week we're going to be taking out the invalid username because I put a backslash by accident. Thumb failure. There we go. So next week we're going to take down the rest of the Mavericks and then close out this episode for Mega Man X, and then after that we're going to be running on Zero Story. Reploid man, Reploid, don't send us to a Maverick. Invalid. Did I spell it wrong? Grade. Maybe I don't know how to spell his name. Listen, how do you spell his name, Rico? Because I'm not getting him. It's saying it's not valid. Engage, raid engine, activating closer message, farewell, Grencye. Thank you guys. Again, I'll see you guys next week on Mega Mondays. If you liked what you saw here, please consider following. You'll get some emotes for free. You could use them on any one of your other channels. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe, and that'll help me get some pennies that I can put toward equipment, maybe. And if you're seeing this a week later on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't want to do any of those and you want to hit that dislike button, at the very least, leave a comment and tell me what you didn't like so I can do better next time. All right, here we go. We got Maverick Official, M-I-R-K-O. Oh, I put one F. That's why I thought he was doing that. All right, cool. So we're gonna close out now, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next week on Mega Mondays.